Hello, everybody. Leland. It's Wednesday. We are more than halfway to our week. Let's rock and roll today with
Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work.
Oh, there's no more music. Sorry, guys. I was just dancing. Oh my gosh, dancing to the music. Yes. Hello, happy Wednesday. For all my YouTube subscribers, thank you so much. I just hit 3,000 like recently, guys. I am so excited for YouTube. Everyone, I appreciate you. I love you. Keep those questions coming. I am making content for you. It's going to be educational, but also fun. So it's going to be edutainment, okay? My audio room has been paused for a while because I just found so many amazing brothers and sisters that I want to elevate, okay? As I level up, just know that if you're in my circle, you will also be leveled up. All you got to do is reach out. I am using my platform for you so you can be heard, seen, okay, and recognized for your own zone of genius. You know you have it. For all of those brothers and sisters that are having difficulty right now finding a job, keeping a job, sustaining a job, much love to you. And I'm praying for good vibes and good things coming your way. I want you to know that I'm thinking about you even if you don't know who I am. I'm praying for you even though you don't know me. Because if you think positive, even all the negativity that's happening in your life, it will go away. That too shall pass, right? Think about the rain. It doesn't rain 24 hours forever. It rains, it rains, it rains, it rains, and then it stops, and the sun shines and the rainbows comes out. That is part of life. Sometimes we go through adversity and it's like overwhelming. It pushes you down like you're a nothing. And then it brings you up like you are just something above cloud. Take that moment, live it, be in the moment, be present, be still, be proud. I'm proud of you guys. Oh my gosh. I'm so overwhelmed with excitement right now. I can't contain myself. I don't know what to tell you. First of all, thank you for those who watched our fantasy football. I'm telling you, I need someone's help. Help. I don't know anything about fantasy football. So the best way I could do is what? Study the darn thing. I know. You guys are probably laughing like, who studies fantasy football? Listen, I don't mind looking like a fool in front of everyone, in front of the world. It's fine. But I want to be like a cute fool that knows a little bit about something. Okay. So I was like, oh my gosh, CJ, what are you doing? But you know, when you want to support your entire team, you got to do what you got to do. And so, Chris, shout out to you for keeping us in line. And Cecilia, man, you look gorgeous. It doesn't matter what you do. No audio, just keep on smiling, sister. Okay. So that's how it works. So right now, I want to go over, for those of you who are new to my live show from the Hounds of Business. You guys are curious, what is the Hounds of Business? What is it? It's an amazing group. Our master of amazing symphony is Mike Asherbrenner, okay? My brother who loves TP. I swear to you, I found a Hello Kitty TP at H Mart. I'm going to send you some. And your daughters can have some, but you have to keep for your outhouse one, okay? Anyhow, for Level Up Academy or Level Up Higher Education Edition was the very beginning, started like March or February of last year. I went from 0 to now 73 plus nations and countries in 6 continents. Again, if you know anybody from Antarctica, hook the sister up because I need that hookup, okay? What I want to do, my mission, guys, okay, my mission is to level up the world through education. And I don't mean higher education. I mean educating yourself to level you up. It could mean how to take vitamin D supplements. It could mean how to hydrate yourself properly so you don't end up in the ER like me for dehydration, okay? How to prevent migraines from coming up or onset of that. Listen, I suffered from that. That's another thing I want to talk about later on and what helps me. How, tools that you can get in leadership, how to lead with a heart-centered leadership from traditional one, how to show up for yourself, how to create live show like this. I'm so proud of my students and my sisters and brother. Okay, I created a class, first class this way, August 1st, and they already all are in graduation right now, and they're showing their mad skills. And some of them are having a live show because I'm boosting them up for subscribers on YouTube. Yes, my little fingers have that some type of power. So if you need the class to boost you, I'm here. However, I just want to tell you that the next class that I'll open up is going to be in November for creating a website and sustaining your own website. But this class, a solopreneur, I'm getting, there's a wait list right now on it. So I might be doing it in October, but I have a global summit in October, so I don't know yet. However, I encourage you guys, I have already like 70 plus amazing okay? People on this podcast. You can hear it on Apple, Google Play, iHeartRadio. And if you are one of the people that have really good audio on my channel through YouTube, I extrapolate that audio and I put you in here and boost you so you can be heard and seen and elevated. Okay. And that is how I roll. My website is full of information. There's a blog magazine out there. There's my podcast out there. There's my contact information. There's services that I offered. Yes, I sell courses, but I also do mentorship and I also do coaching. Okay. I pretty much do a lot of things. Just ask. If it's not listed, more likely I do it. Or if I don't do it, I'll refer you to someone who can help you level up. Okay. And then, of course, my about page and things like that. And our 50 inspirational connections will also be posted on there. It's the end. Oh my God, I'm so sad, Sister Nicole. Bittersweet. It's the end this Friday. And Nicole and I actually extended this a little bit because we each had 3 questions to ask from each other. I can't tell you if I cried or not cry. If you know me, you probably know what happened on that recording, but it will be, I'll send the link in hopefully by end of today and post it on my profile so that you can watch the featured on YouTube. For those who got picked for the 50 inspirational connections, you can pretty much have everyone go through the website and I'll put all your pictures in one so you know who you are. And I will also have a special live just for you guys coming up in September. So watch out for those emails that I'll be sending you. Okay. And this is my YouTube channel. And again, I went from 36 subscribers in April of this year. And in 4 months, I'm at 3,000. And you're like, what the? I've seen people who've been in YouTube for 10 years, 2 years, 5 years, and they have less than 100 or 200 subscribers. I found a way to do it, multiply by 10 or more. Okay. But it's through my class. So if you see a lot of people that are having their own show, they're more likely coming from my class as far as my sisters goes. Okay. And my brother. Again, because my website, I think I looked at the views, it's like 10,000 a day views on my website because I am part of other magazines such as LA Weekly as a top 10 podcast to listen to for 2023. I'm on Shout Out DFW. I am on babyboomer.org as their specialist / contributor. My podcast. So if you are on my podcast, the audio form, the MP3, it will also be on babyboomer.org. Okay, I am number 29 out of 100 for FeedSpot, podcast for education. These are my 25 distribution channels. So if I go put you on MP3, you can listen to yourself on the radio. This is my first book. It's on Amazon. It is my dissertation. So if you are interested in finding out what did I get my degree in doctorate for, that's my dissertation. Book number 2 is academic publishing in 6 different languages, including Portuguese, I believe German and Italian and French and English and Spanish. Okay. It is less than 70 page, but it is quite expensive. It's like $46. There's about 8 or 9 PhDs on this book that we put together and the summit that I put together for a 132-year-old school. This one is hit number 1 international best-selling author with an anthology. If you're wondering what the heck is an anthology is a group of authors that put a book together from their own individual perspective with one theme in mind. This one is all about my 2 cents on self-love. That's book number 3 and book number 4. Okay. Today's the launch day. You see this link? I cannot even contain myself right now, if you can tell. Guys, it's free on Kindle. I don't know how long it will be free though. Okay. So today, it's also on the comments on this event. Today, it is free. And we're talking about 11 amazing authors on this. Like if you look at the book cover, those are the authors. We got Erica, we got Lonnie, we got my sis Nicole, we got Chef Jill, we got Leanna, we got Steve Kidd, amazing Steve Kidd. We got me, Willie J, my sister Susanna, Russ, and of course Chris. I mean, hello, all of our amazing journey that rattled us awake. It's free. I know you're like, what do you mean? It is free, but you have to get it now. And this is the American version. So, all the UK people, I will put the link later on here. So, go type your little finger right now on Kindle because it is free. Okay. Now, my sponsors, Tossie Brands, coupon is Level Up 23. You get 30% off. And this helps me with my snoring. That's the reason why I love this product. But it's not just for snoring, guys. It's for comfort. If you are actually flying a lot, right? You're like traveling, you can actually use it because it has like a little support in your neck. My sister, okay, the inventor, Janice, is the one who created Tossie. So DM her if you don't know. Another one is my sister Sandra, who owns her condo in Mazatlan, Mexico, right? So if you guys actually scan this, and if you're thinking of going to Mexico, this is her condo, and this is the inside of what it looks like. Okay? And just tell her, hey, I saw your thing at Level Up, and CJ said to give me a discount because I'm a discount queen. Okay? My sister Nick, I don't have enough words for this woman over here, for real. We have met in LinkedIn. We have not met in person, but we talk almost every day. And we bounce things, ideas, and things like that we're creating together. And I'm super grateful that she didn't know what she was volunteering herself to for me, but she didn't know. She just jumped right in. And you'll find out on the featured this Friday of her thoughts on the 50 inspirational connections that I've created. I created this project within mind, and you'll know why I've created it. It's going to also be on the featured video. And then figure out if you guys can be on the 50 inspirational connections on LinkedIn. And if I'm going to do it again, I don't know. There's a lot of work behind the scenes you don't see that I have to do. I do it for my what? For my what? My LinkedIn connections, because I love you guys and you need to be heard, seen, and elevated. Nick has a room, 7 a.m. Well, no, she changed it on me, like 6:30, because a lot of people want to be in her room. It's safe space to be yourself and be authentic and show up. My sister Christine has books, journals. She's going to create harmony in the classroom. She's going to be a global summit speaker. I forgot to say that too. So is Sister Nicole, right? We have books coming out. Sister Nicola's books coming out. We're just full of books, guys. Okay. The next thing you know, we'll be offering publishing company for sure. That's probably on the works. But my sis Christine, listen, if all else fails, just tell her she's amazing because she's been a teacher for K to 12, 30 years, 30. Okay, amazing sister. My sister Susanna, we have a show today, but what I can tell you is that she's an amazing speaker. She also is an amazing listener. She literally uses her 2 ears more than her one mouth, especially when I have to vent about my frustration for the day. She picks up my call. And she is an amazing human being in terms of moving you beyond boxes. Okay, Susanna is amazing. She's a speaker on a bunch of summit, including mine. And again, today, please tune in for her first live stream. She's one of my students, and I'm pushing her. I'm pushing her to create her own show because she has an amazing viewpoints from moving from boxes to butterflies. The only ones that can limit us are ourselves. Move beyond box and shine. 11 a.m. PST today, guys. See me and Susanna. And if you need to keep up with what I'm doing, because I can't keep up with what I'm doing either. Sometimes my calendar is just crazy. sleekbio.com/Lua is where you need to hit me up. Lonnie Ray is doing another book September 8th, guys. September 8th. So if you want to be a best-selling author, in an anthology is the way to do it because it's affordable. It's collaboration over competition is amazing. Okay. And you actually learn a lot from your capabilities. And hello, you work with amazing people, right? September 8th is the next Rattled Awake series. So please contact Lonnie Ray. Okay, and I'm gonna read up a couple of paragraphs from my version, and you can get it for free in Kindle today, right now. Go type in Beneath the Perfect Score, the silent crisis of student suicides in Asian cultures. In the pursuit of academic excellence, the world has often looked to Asian cultures as paragons of dedication and discipline. However, beneath the surface of this reverence lies a growing concern, an alarming increase in suicide rates among Asian students. This tragic trend raises profound questions about the immense cultural pressure placed upon young shoulders striving to meet the demanding standards of being an A student. This is my life story at an early stage. In the early chapters of my life, abandonment became the haunting melody that echoed through the corridors of my existence. At the tender age of 2, I was cast adrift into a world of uncertainty as my parents made the heart wrenching decision to leave me behind. Their departure, the first and most vivid memory of my childhood, marked the inception of a lifelong journey filled with unexpected twists and heart-trending crescendos. Growing up, I found myself dancing to a unique tune, one that was shaped by my cultural backdrop of my Asian heritage. In this symphony of existence, the pursuit of my academic excellence was not merely an aspiration, it was an unwavering expectation, a relentless demand. From the moment I entered the hallowed halls of education, I bore the weight of familial dreams and aspirations. For being number one was not just an ambition, it was the bridge that connected me to my parents. I yearned to see once more. I don't want to cry. I was crying when I wrote this, okay? Anyhow, I have a notebook, guys, called Love is Blind, a Man's Best Friend, That Instant Connection, True Love is Pure. Yes, that's my husband. I'm not deleting all the hair because I want you guys to know that hair is okay. It's like sparkles and glitter when you have a dog. And look at them. They both closed their eyes. My husband's going to kill me for showing this because he's like, don't do it. Anyway, I talked too much already. So I'm going to bring in my sister from another mother. Are you? I just cut myself up, really. Are you guys ready for her? I hope so, because she's coming in. Wait, no, that's not it. Okay, here's my drum roll for you, sister. I'm way too excited already. Come on on. How are you, Love?
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited.
Well, first of all, go ahead and tell us who you are and what you do for our community.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. My name is Oludaya Adeniyi. I I actually help professionals and entrepreneurs to unlock their abundance so they can achieve their definition of success. I believe that everyone deserves abundance, and abundance is our birthright, and there's no point settling for less. So that is why I'm called the Abundance Queen, because this is what I do with passion. I run a coaching outfit where I also coach people on how to be better versions of themselves. I've gone through different, aspects of life, which I'll still be sharing more, that have actually formed who I am today. And basically, what I preach to people is you can actually manifest your desired life and live the life of your dreams.
That is so cool. So, this is my first question for you. Think back 20 years and find within your timeline some of the significant changes in your life that got you here where you are today. And FYI, before you answer, all of the people that were in my comments, I know there were like a lot and I can't find them. So, don't mind the technical issues. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Go ahead, Olu.
Okay, thank you so much. You said I should look back 20 years ago. Amazing. So where was I then? 20 years ago, I actually, wanted to live a great life. And that's been one desire that I had over the years. And at that point, 20 years ago, I think I was doing my master's program, and I think it was along that line. Okay, I think I was doing my master's or thereabout. I actually wanted to lecture. I wanted to become a doctor like you. I wanted to So like you, so I was doing my master's program, and along the line, I discovered that the only reason why I wanted to do my doctorate then was the fact that I didn't want to deal with my low self-esteem. I didn't want to deal with my inferiority complex. So I just felt being a lecturer, I wouldn't have to talk to people. I would just do my own thing, be in my own space, and nobody, having to talk to anybody. But when I finished my, program at that time, I started my PhD, and it was during that program that I actually got to read about Robert Kiyosaki. I read his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it was when I read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that it actually, brought about a drastic change in my life. And that I read in the book at that time that Robert Kiyosaki retired at age 38. And just reading that book, I just desired to retire at 38. I was a jobless graduate. I didn't, I didn't have a job, but that book made me dream. And I lost that desire to actually retire at 38, and I wrote it down. So that marked a significant turn in my life to who I am today.
Wow. First of all, why did you stop your PhD?
Okay, most times some of our actions, it's not really about what we do, but the actions behind the things that we do. So for me, it was the action behind what I was doing that wasn't right. I was trying to run away from my authentic self. I didn't want to deal with my issues. So whilst I was running the program, there was one day I just heard it. It was loud and clear. Is this how you want to handle? And that was the day I deferred my admission. So it wasn't about the PhD program. It was about me, not wanting to, live the life of my dream, not wanting to work on myself, not wanting to be the best version of me. So at that point, I just had to defer. And that was how I started finding my footing in life and, went on to a whole lot of things.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because sometimes the intentions wasn't there, therefore you lost traction and not able to sustain that because you didn't see like you're aligned. However, you know me, I'm gonna push and level up people. I think, okay, if that's something that you want right now as far as intentions, you can still do it. My oldest
Absolutely.
is
Absolutely.
78 years old, medical already, medical doctor.
Absolutely.
I think that you
Absolutely.
can
That's not a
definitely
problem.
help
That's not a
more
problem.
people. Yeah, more people if you are here talking to us, leveling everyone up with your experience. And that is my next question is, can you share your personal journey of retiring at such a young age and then transitioning into a wealth building coach program?
Okay. Thank you. Well, when I read that book and I had that desire to retire at 38, like I said, I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't have a job. I didn't have anything. It was just a desire. And one thing I did after I had that experience, I told myself that I was going to work on myself because I had an idea of the life I wanted to live. And I saw the way I was living at that time. I discovered that the way I was living wasn't going to make me who I truly wanted to be. So I started working on myself. I gave myself to personal development. So it was a personal decision. So at that point, I started my career in human resources. And, I was doing amazingly well in the human resources, stage at that time. And then, at age 30, I was already a director, in the company where I was working. So life was really amazing. I really didn't even know I was going to transition into wealth building. But one thing I knew was that I loved anything that had to do with money, building wealth. And because I loved that, I would always talk about it with people. I would always mention one thing or the other to them. And, it was just an interest. And I was interested in laying a very good foundation for myself financially, where I can be financially free. So it was all of that, that actually happened. But I also had a major experience in my life that actually made me transition into wealth building. So it wasn't like it was something I decided I wanted to do, but it was something that happened. It was a personal experience at work that day, and that made me leave my 9 to 5.
That's so amazing because other people dream of doing that, like an epiphany. When you wake up, you're like, aha, I figured it out. I'm going to do it. And you're like, wait, I don't have a job. What am I going to do?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. That wasn't my case. My case was I had to leave what I was doing, because it was a spiritual experience for me. If you don't mind, I can share it. You want me to share it?
yes, please.
Okay, so I was in my office. In 2016, I had an experience. I was sleeping and I woke up. It was like someone tapped me and woke me up, and I was asked a simple question: What is wealth? And at that time, I was like, wealth is go to work, make money, enjoy your life, feel good, help people, just those basic answer. And the next question, the next, thought that came was, no, that is not wealth. So I started asking, so what really is wealth? What is wealth? And the next question was, what if you don't have a job? And my answer was like, if I don't have a job, I'm going to die because I don't understand. This has been a source of livelihood for me all my life. This is what is taking care of me, taking care of my family. So why would I not have a job? Even the Holy Book says, if you don't work, don't eat. So why would you take my job? So I just went on arguing. And all of a sudden, I just heard this, that my plan for man isn't for man to struggle. My plan for man is for man to live and produce wealth with ease. I didn't plan for man to struggle. I heard that it was loud and clear. Then all of a sudden, I just heard a voice say, just say, teach me. And all of a sudden, I said, teach me. And the voice just faded away. So I didn't, think much of it. So in 2018, I was in my office. I have an office to myself. I was working. I was an executive. And I just heard it's over. I hear things. I hear things. So please pardon me if you don't hear things. So I just heard it's over. So it was so loud. I felt someone was actually speaking to me. So I was trying to check under my table. All of a sudden, I just heard your job here is over. Dr. Lee, I was shocked. Like it wasn't like I had saved all the money in the world to take care of myself. I was in a state of distraught. I was confused. So I was telling my driver to just take me to a place. I just drove off, just to calm my head. And I called a friend. My friend said, just relax, don't be in a haste, don't make any hasty decision. And the next day was our management meeting. So we finished our management meeting, and my MD looked at me and said, I would like to have a word with you. And I went into his office and he said, please, don't think I'm mad. There's nothing wrong with me. Something happened to me overnight. And please, I'm not mad. I'm not crazy. Please. And I'm like, I actually forgot my own problem. So I was wondering what exactly is happening to this man. What is happening? So he said, please, I'm not mad, Dayo. Just speak to me. Just listen to me. I'm like, okay. Then he said something happened overnight. I couldn't sleep. That the Lord told me that your time here is up, that he has an assignment for you out there. Dr. Constance, I busted into laughter like a mad woman. I became the mad woman because it was like a movie. I felt like I was in the movies, like, this can't be real. You mean the Lord told you? The Lord told you. And it was a confirmation of what happened to me a day before. And he says, as a matter of urgency, I need you to just write your resignation because I can't sleep. He's taking my sleep. He says he has an assignment for you. And that was how I left my 9 to 5. So when I was leaving my 9 to 5, it wasn't like I had saved any money somewhere, or it wasn't I had saved all the money I needed in the world to be able to live off that. And it wasn't like I had another job or something else I was going to. But at that moment, life happened. And the divine said, I have a plan for you. And I had to trust in that, how do I say it? In whatever was happening at that time, because I couldn't explain it. The owner of the business says you can't remain here because divine says he needs you. And that was how I left my 9 to 5.
Wow, that is actually amazing. I there's a comment in here that made me laugh. Ulatunji, you are funny. I hear things too. Listen, just because you hear things doesn't make you crazy, okay? When you said that. Here's the thing with me. I don't hear things in terms of like people really whispering in my ear. But when I'm sitting down, and I know you said you do meditation, which I do as well, to start my day. Otherwise, I'll be stressed out. But I actually sit here and I said, okay, when people say you have to go to church to listen to God, whatever God that you guys believe in. I'm a non-denominational Christian, and I sin every day, just FYI, okay? I sit here and I talk to God on the wall, literally on my wall, because God is everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I said, okay, first of all, I don't know what I'm doing. I want to control this thing, but obviously I'm out of you're literally showing me that I can't control it by giving me this adversity. So now you, as my creator, have to help me figure this out. What is my next step? Send me someone that can guide me, that give me the light. Please stop the challenge, because I'm really dying over here. Like, I'm full of challenge right now. And believe it or not, he sends people your way for a reason.
Mhm.
And I truly believe it. I don't care what religion you believe or you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. I'm only saying it from my own direction, right? Because think about things that there's no control that what we do, and we love to control everything. That person. But at the end of the day, you have to surrender. You have
Absolutely.
to surrender because somebody up there got you. You got to trust and believe in the process. And you got to surround with people who truly believes in you, not by saying it, but through action. There's so many people I've met and I've lost. Um, literally like died last year. There's so many people that I've met here that shows their true colors. I'm still grateful for those experiences, even though it
Mhm.
didn't came out. You know why? Because God gave me that power of discernment to say, hey, this is
Mhm.
a lesson that you need to know so you too can leave that legacy and impact and educate people that it's okay not to be okay. That it's
Mm.
okay that you're going through adversity, and that it's okay that you're not perfect in your head. I've created you part of me, so you technically are perfect, but I'm giving you the rights to choose. So choose wisely and be intentional. I think we are here for a reason, but sometimes people come in our life for only a season, and
So
it's okay, right? Because we're not for everybody, right? We laugh about it and we make fun of people, but honestly, I too listen. Yes, I too listen, because at the same time, I feel like my life is abundant the
so
more I give. My problem is I don't ask for help even though I need it. It's not even ego, it's more of a social conditioning, because we're being socially conditioned. I don't know where your culture is, but in Asian culture, women are to give, right?
mm.
Give, be a nurturer, be a giver. Like, you see a lot of Filipinos are nurses. Why do you think that is? Right? Because
Mm.
we're a giver. You see a lot of Filipinos who are teachers because we are a giver. And some of us, it's ingrained in our DNA, but it's okay to ask for help, right? So my next question to you, sister, is what are some of the key principles or strategies you use to accumulate wealth and retire early? We're talking not just financial, but wisdom.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Because one thing is, wealth is beyond money. Money is just a means of exchange. So wealth has to do with who you become. It's about who you become. It's a state of being. So basically, for me, one of the things that helped me was that I was able to actually give myself to personal development. So I was reading books. Like I said to you, I exposed myself to books. I exposed myself to teachings. At that point, I remember those times I will come back. I'll come back from wherever it is I was going at that time. I will lock myself up and I'll be listening to CDs. I'll be listening to CDs. I'll be listening to, I didn't even know what I was doing at those times. But, I just felt so much value from educating myself and empowering my mind. So that was one of the things that was helpful for me, because I invested heavily in myself. I knew that I was my greatest asset. And then, coming from where I was coming from as somebody who had low self esteem, you get it? So I paid great attention to wanting to be better. I paid great attention to wanting to be that better version of me. So I focused on that. Then also the basic principles of creating wealth that were taught, save money, do investments and all of that. I also paid attention to those strategies also, learning to save, learning to put, money into some investment for the future. So there were times that I did some very long-term investments that I got myself involved in. I was just practicing the things that I was learning, even though I was failing at some of them at some point. But the truth was that it didn't leave me the same. I built resilience through that period. And so when it was time for me to leave, interestingly again, I didn't remember at any point that I set a goal to retire at 38. So it wasn't like it was deliberate to say, oh, it's 38 and I must leave. It was after I left, by the 38, when I was 38, the month of my birthday, it was afterwards that I remember that, whoo, can you remember you said you wanted to retire at age 38? And that was when it actually dawned on me that, wow, our thoughts are powerful. It showed to me that we are so powerful that you can set intention. You see, and that is the part that so many of us miss out in our journey of life. We think that things just happen to us. We forget that you are the creator of your reality. You are the architect of your life. You are divine. You are infinite abundance. And that is why what you say, what you think is important. So being a jobless graduate, I said I wanted to retire at 38. The universe heard. God heard, the divine heard, and he just orchestrated my path. Even when I felt that I didn't know what I was doing, even when I felt like things were working contrary. But what was happening is I set an intention, and the universe heard and walked me through to ensure that came to pass. It was, at that point, I was like, if you say to me that there is no source out there who is watching us and who has our interest at heart, I will tell you, no, you don't know what you're saying. This is my experience. This happened to me. And this has been things that have happened in my life. That is why I don't joke with the words that I say. And this is what I also put into my coaching. That is why my wealth building coaching is totally different. I teach about manifestation. I teach people about, understanding that they are co-creators, how you can create your life, your dream life, whatever it is. So you are powerful. So that makes me different from the conventional save money, make money. We go into the creation space where we can truly create. Yeah.
I love it because you're doing it holistically. A lot of us think the outside makes us, when it's actually you creating so that you can give the outside. And this is why investing in yourself is the greatest thing you can do. What you're doing when you're working is you're investing on somebody else's dream, right? I'm not saying go get to be an entrepreneur because it is not fun to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have to wear all your hats. You have to be the marketing guru. You have to be the CEO. You have to be the founder. You have to be, the chief financial officer, the IT person. I mean, it's fancy. It's French, like entrepreneur. But no, okay, the job behind that is like, oh, I can't do this today, right? I mean, I'm just telling you the truth. But here's the thing. You have to find your why. You'll hear that a lot of people. You also have to find your mission and your vision. Those are two different things. They're related, but two different things. And when I say my mission is to level up the world through education, I mean it. I'm on my 5th degree, guys. Okay. I'm not saying go for it. I'm actually thinking after this psychology is going to take me about 5 years for a master's because I'm doing for part-time. It's going to be 3 years. And it actually has more classes than my counterintelligence and cybersecurity degree. I have that already. So this is going to take me a while. And I told my girls, I said, by the time mommy graduate, you're already going to be in college. I'm going to go for criminal justice after that. And they're like, what? You already have plans? I'm like, I'm going to get this. I am going to. I have never started a degree that I didn't finish. I will finish. I don't care what's happening. Not even cancer could stop me. Okay. I had that on my doctorate degree and that couldn't even stop me.
Wow.
Nothing. Unless I die in the middle of it, that would stop me. But nothing is going to stop me because that is my intentions. And I use that to help my community. I use my knowledge to give back to my community, to help you level up however it is. And what you're doing for your community is my next question. How important is mindset when it comes to attracting money and building wealth? I see that you guys are doing it holistically. You specifically, this is my experience. This is what I have done. I need you to invest in yourself. This is why you do it, and this is how you should do it. But how important is mindset, sister?
Okay, thank you. That's a powerful question. I didn't fully understand how important mindset was to attracting money and building wealth until I had to leave my job. And that was when I was exposed to a new community of people that actually got me learning that wealth is first 95% psychological and 5% your skills and your strategy. Oh my God. That changed everything for me. The way I was brought up and the way a lot of us were brought up, we're focused on go to school, get a good grade, then you get a job, and then life is okay. So we're focused on doing, on doing, on doing. We were not focused on the being. So can you imagine focusing on just 5%? Focusing on 5%, and then you expect to produce results, you will only live a life of stress. So the interesting thing that happened to me again was when I left my job at that time, I lost all my investments. All my investments went down. So I didn't have a job, my investments were down, and here I was. The divine says, I have an assignment for you. And that was where it truly opened me up to the power of the mind. And believe you me, that totally transformed my life. You see, and that's why I say something, when you unlock the power of your mind, you unlock abundance. You see, money is only a factor of who you are. Money will answer to you when you can unlock your mind, because money flows through ideas. Money flows through value. Money flows through, those are the means that it flows through. There's no destination where you can pick money. Money is only an illusion. People have had misunderstanding about what money is. A lot of people are chasing money. But the truth about it is that if your mindset is not right, you will continue to struggle every day of your life for you to be able to be financially free. And you will never leave the rat race. And those are some of the things that, that I had to learn when I left my job. So to anyone listening here, no matter how hardworking you are, no matter how much money you make, if your mind is not right, you are going to lose those money. And you are going to continue struggling all your life. Because, there's this saying that if you want to know whether a man is wealthy, strip him of everything that he has, and then he will make it back. And I had to learn that because everything was taken away. And I had to leverage my mind, leverage the associations that I had to be able to rebuild again. So some people commit suicide because some things like that happen. But with the right mindset, where you are resilient, where you understand that abundance is your birthright, and that there is enough in the universe for you to live your desired reality, then nothing, would on the outside will shake you to make you feel, oh, I'm done for. Oh, what am I living for? That is where you draw strength from. That is where we are able to co-create, with the universe, with God, and be able to bring to reality the things that we want. Because, for everything to happen on the external, it first starts from within. You have to create it first from within before it's on the outside. But a lot of people live from outside in. But if you want to truly live life, you must live from inside out. We are talking about AI today. Somebody thought about AI before it came into manifestation. So you also have to take time to create your reality, to birth it to manifestation. Nobody will do that for you. And that is why the mind is critical. Your mind is the soil of your life that births the abundance that you desire, whether it's in your finances, it's in your career, it's in your life. Without it, you will just be struggling and just barely surviving. And that is not the plan. The plan is to live abundantly in all ramification.
Wow, I love it. I love it because, like I said, mindset is everything. And I've always used this example about hostage negotiators, right? The success rate most when I ask my students, they're like 65, 35, and these are military people. Okay. They're like, yeah, 70, somewhere in there. And I said, guys, hostage negotiators success rate is 94%. And they're like, what? Don't they just murder everyone with their decision making? And I was like, no, 94%. But here's the thing. They only have two tools. They don't have guns, they don't have knives, or they don't have any bombs to as a tool. That's already like an after effect. They have two things as their tool: knowledge and words. Knowledge and words. They talk and ask questions, right? What to negotiate the people. So what are they doing? They're building knowledge, right? And then they use that through their words to convince the other party not to murder the other people that they're, hostaging over there. But think about it. Knowledge and words are the only tools they have at a 94% successful rate. Imagine, right?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but knowledge is nothing without action. Just like your telephone, your cell phone is everything to you. You're addicted to it, including me. It has all kinds of apps. It has all kinds of this. It has whatever. You don't plug that whatever phone. It's a paperweight. It's nothing, right? The same thing as you. You could be a genius. You could be an amazing person. You could have all kinds of things happening in you. But if you don't tool up and you don't have the right mindset, you're just pretty much in zombie walking, living life, just saying, "Oh, it just happens. I'm just a loser. I'm always going to be forever a loser because it just doesn't do right for me." No, because you accepted it that's what you are. But if you change and get up and get out of that victim role, let's go. So when you guys are ready, you can talk to me or Sister Ulu and let's go. Shake this world a little bit and say, oh, breathe. It's okay. We're going to get it together, right? Oh my gosh, this is such an exciting moment. I can't believe we're already ending. I don't even want to end. Oh, but this is my last question to you, sister. If this is your last day today on this earth, what would be your parting message to your current and future families in terms of living life, legacy, and impact? I'm talking about great grandkids.
Thank you very much. One thing I would say to them is, I usually say this: abundance is their birthright. They have every right to live life to the fullness. It's their inheritance. They don't need to trade it for anything. And they should, have the desire to truly live their best life. There is nothing that they want in life that they cannot get if they want it bad enough. The world is for them and everything in it. And they should just live life to the fullness, also impacting other people, because who they become is who the world will celebrate after they are gone. So they should leave a legacy, live their best life, impact people, and keep spreading the word of abundance to everyone, that comes across them. Leave them with that feeling of abundance. Never leave anyone, in a state where they aren't better. Just ensure that you leave them with a feeling of abundance and make the world a better place.
I want to answer this before we go from Ula. How do you make your mindset right? Let me share something that most of you guys don't know except for my inner circle. I've been dealing with a lot of adversity for the last 2 weeks. My sister, Susanna, if you're still here, thank you for always listening to me, even at 10 p.m. our time. And she has a busy schedule, but she always picks up my call. You've been a lifesaver. You need a support system, first of all, Ula. I know that some of our experiences, we trust somebody, and then that somebody in turn use what you have said to them personally and use it against you. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I know I have in my life. So I tend to just cocoon myself and not let the outside world affect me or do that. But here's the thing. We are meant to connect, right? People, we are meant to connect. We're born to connect. And you just have to find the right tribe of people, and even in that tribe there's still kind of animosity, competition over, collaboration happening. And that's normal, that's just human nature. But if you find a group of people, whether it's women or men, mostly women, because women mostly think alike than men, um, that supports you and really listens to who you are, and you can be confident on that, then you need to have that support system. So that's one. Another thing is gratitude. You have to be grateful for the things that you have and do not have. I'm grateful I do not have cancer. I'm grateful that I do not have enemies that I know of that are always trying to get me. I'm sure there's somebody out there that hates me, but that's okay too. I love you anyway. I'm grateful that I'm able to share my knowledge, whatever knowledge I got. I'm grateful that I can elevate my sisters like Olu. She's the queen of the day, right? I'm grateful for you for being here. I'm grateful for every little thing. So you do not need a big thing, huge thing happening in your life to be grateful. I'm grateful I'm 6 feet above ground, that I can still make a difference. I'm grateful that I woke up today. I'm grateful that I can still do my makeup. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful for my husband, my kids, my dogs, my friends. When you leave a grateful heart and continue to make that into a habit, it becomes a habit to the point where you don't have to think about it and your mind gets straight. Another thing is always strive to level up yourself for the day. It could be reading a scripture if you are a Christian. It could be reading some really good quotes, right? It could be anything that motivates you to keep going and emulate. And don't be afraid to find a coach that works for you, right? Because that is necessary for us. Look at all the greats out there. They have coaches. Look at all the players, right? Kobe Bryant, right? And everyone that you see that are an athlete have a coach, because we don't know everything. We need to collaborate with people, right? So, but I'm going to hand it to our sister over here, Ulu. And what do you think? How do you make your mindset right?
Okay, I think firstly for me is you need to first understand how your mind works. How does your mind work? How does it affect you? How does it affect your reality? The moment you understand how your mind works, you are equipped to know how to use it. And secondly, like you said, what helped me was I found myself in the midst of surrounding myself with amazing people. I worked with great mentors who helped me to actually see that there was more to life than what I knew. And that also helped me. So I totally agree with, going with a support system, people of like minds, and then finding a coach. A lot of people want to be successful in life, but they want to walk alone. They don't want to invest in themselves. They don't want to invest in a coach. They just feel I can figure it out on my own. But the people we celebrate on earth, the athletes, the great people we see, they all have great coaches. But we celebrate them today. But why not us? Why can't we have coaches that can help us, bring out the best in us? So for me, these three things, in addition to what you said, is needed for you to be able to make your mindset right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yay, my sis is still here. We have a live today at 11 a.m. She's one of my student actually for the solopreneur. And I'm actually pushing people to optimize their LinkedIn, increase your YouTube channels for visibility, right? And also create your own live show and live stream. So I'm actually have a lot of discounts on my students right now
Wow.
for doing that. And then obviously the next step is to spread your words all over the world, right? We need to leverage technology. And I
Wow.
also teach you how to do that. And so to graduate, I challenged them to graduate my class. I challenged them that they have to create their own live show, because that's what we did in class. And so today, Susanna is going to
Wow.
graduate of my class, and she's going to get boosted with subscribers in YouTube. That was my gift. For
Wow.
her.
That's
So
amazing.
I know. And so I have a wait list on that class right now for October, guys. So if you want to be on my wait list for that, let me know. And I definitely challenge everyone to level up however best you can. So thank you so much, sister. Please keep in mind, please connect with our sister here. and make sure that you DM her, tell her how amazing she is. And sis, go ahead and stay in the room for a minute. Don't leave, and I'll be right there, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That was so amazing, right? Like, she's so amazing. She does amazing things. I've heard her on the audio rooms. So if you guys are thinking of doing audio rooms, please show up. There's a lot of audio rooms that are amazing out there. Again, I will have a audio room tomorrow at 9, and I will continue my series on helping my students on good study habits and things like that, conversation. If you are a student, if you are not a student and you're a businesspreneur, let me know. I could also help you with that. And it's free. Just be on my audio and chit chat with me. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm still looking for some speakers, levelupwithdoc.com. I only have 2 weeks left now because October is coming up. So let me know. Thanks for watching another episode of Level Up Academy today, brought to you by your none other host, Dr. Leland. Please do not forget to hit subscribe or push that notification bell so anything that we have an activity on at Level Up Academy, you will be the first one to know. If you would like to be a guest in our podcast, both on the MP3, audio only, and also here on live in our YouTube channel, please let me know. DM me. Let's connect. Have a fantabulous day. Bye, guys. See you sometime.